minimalistic desk caddy system. This system includes... Give that trash the boot!
Deep storage!
I'm your Uncle Quinn, and this
It's Uncle Quinn's garage!
Hey everyone! Last week we worked on the 3D printing section, and we did a great job of getting all those rolls of filament off the floor, all the trash gone, and everything up on a nice neat shelf. A shelf that we designed, a shelf that's universal and can be modular and built out to as big or as small as you want. Great. Love it. But today I want to talk about a different kind of storage. What we've been working on with the desk and the 3D printing section is what I like to call first order of retrievability. You'll see lots of makers use this, like Adam Savage over at Tested and his cave, and Bob, who likes to make stuff. They've all got great setups where pretty much everything they need is within arm's reach at any given moment. You need a drill, boom, right there. You need this, boom, right there. So I've gotten pretty good at that while setting up this garage. I have all my drills and power tools over here readily accessible. I've got all of my basic tools for design and drawing that I need on my desk. I've got a handful of bolts and nuts that I use commonly, just readily available right there, that I can take with me to a project. So that's all well and good for first order of retrievability. Then there's the second order of retrievability. You can think of this more like your toolbox or the drawers of your desk. Things that you put stuff in, you don't need all the time, but you need nearby in case something comes up. So for me, it's my flat file. For me, it's my desk, my work, like I said, my toolboxes. A lot of these things hold many tools in a small space and do it really, really well. But today we're talking about the final and third order, for me, I like to call
Deep storage!
deep storage. What I mean by that is things that you're not going to access on a daily basis, or even a weekly basis, or even a monthly basis. Think your Christmas decorations. Think your childhood memories. Think keepsakes from your relatives. All that stuff that you might put in the attic. This is my attic. So let's go take a look what we got. I built this ladder, by the way. It's pretty cool. Now when I think of storage, I think about an old closet in a bedroom in the back of the house somewhere that nobody ever goes in. Or I think about a hallway closet that's just had things shoved in it and the door closed quickly behind it. And at any moment somebody's gonna come by, open it up, and everything's gonna come crashing down. Well, I want to avoid that because I don't like that. So for me, utilizing this space as neatly and organized as possible is gonna be really paramount. I don't have a wall to hide this behind. This is open to the rest of the garage. So it's gonna be visible. So I want it to be at least somewhat pleasant to look at. But before I can do any sort of organization or labeling or moving anything around, there's a bunch of stuff up here that just needs to be cleaned out. So I'm gonna come through with my vacuum, come through with a trash bag, just clear out all the excess stuff, move what I don't need out of the way. Let's get to it. Well, it's the next day. My camera battery died and I didn't have any fresh ones, so I had to charge everything up. Anyways, I did not get to show you the cleaning of the area up here, but now it's mostly clean. I've got a few extra things up here that need to go back downstairs. This big drawer system here that I'm going to use by the front door, and then my first original 3D printer, which I'm thinking about converting into a laser engraver. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But that leaves me with a ton of space up here to start putting stuff up. So I'm gonna bring the rest of this stuff down. I'm going to bring a bunch of stuff up and do some good sweeping and cleaning down in the area where I'm actually gonna work on real projects, not just organizing everything. So let's get to it. So we put a few things up in the attic, and before I go ahead and bring the rest of the car parts that I'm planning on putting up there, I want to go ahead and start the labeling process. I've been using this label maker for about the last decade now, and it's been fantastic. Not only does it print on black and white, but there's a myriad of different colors like yellow, gold, blue, green, all sorts of different colors that you can use. For me, I'm not so worried about that. For this, I just need to literally have what's on it inside. So I'm printing off a few things like electronics or paperwork. But this is just one way. There's a cheaper way of just getting a roll of masking tape and a Sharpie marker. But if you want to get real fancy, there's the other end of the spectrum with these newer ones that you can control from Bluetooth on your phone. Any of these range from $5 all the way up to $50, $60. So whatever's in your price range, you can find something to work for your system. Okay, so it's been a few days. I had the 4th of July holiday and a few other projects that kind of took me away from this. So let's keep on trucking. Oh, it's dusty. It's getting a little crowded up here. Let's try to fix that. So the storage up here is going to be a bit fluid. I'm gonna get it where I need it right now. And as I go and as I work on cars, I'll be pulling things out, I'll be selling things, I'll probably be putting other parts in. So this space is gonna be more of a living space. So I'm gonna move all these down, I'm gonna label up all these, and I might call it quits for the day because I wanna start working on some actual projects. I'm tired of cleaning. I've got 4 beautiful cars that need to be running. And they're not, so I think that's on my list. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this in any of the other videos, but I do have severe ADHD. I've had it since I was a teenager. And for me, doing these projects is a good help to kind of keep me on focus and keep me active and going. But sometimes I lose my interest in a project and have to shift to something else because my focus has shifted to something else. So, in the next episode, we're going to start working on this car. Over the past week, I've been doing a ton of stuff on the inside, which we'll get to on the next one. But the goal is to get this car to be my daily driver by the end of the year, which I'm well on my way already to doing. You know, I do want to share my gratitude with all of you. I really thank you all for watching these videos, for taking the time to comment, to share, to stop me in the street and talk to me about them. It absolutely makes my day. I've been struggling a lot over the last year with depression and anxiety, and this has been a huge, huge boost to my confidence. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, I'm your Uncle Quinn. We'll see you then. Stay hydrated, folks.